Hello guys, how are you all? I hope you are good, and we are hope that you are utilizing the quarantine time in a positive way by studying. You are getting maximum time for studies, isn't it? And hardly you have a couple of months for a main exam. As we all know, the board announced that we had to take online class for finishing the portion. We are doing our job, but your job is to study, right? And all staffs are quite disappointed that no single students are responding to a particular tutorial classes, either not asking any questions, not responding. Okay, nothing you are doing like that. And how we came to know whether all the students are following all the online classes, isn't it? So from this class only, the each and every students, okay, have to be respond in a WhatsApp group, either by asking questions, raising the doubts, or you are understood or what. Okay, any way you can respond, you have to be respond, understood. And don't forget to write the notes properly. Okay, we are going to be check all your notes, okay, once you are coming to the college, no? So update your notes, okay. And each and every, I'm stressing you again, every students have to be respond for the particular tutorial, understood? I hope you all know very well. Then okay, let's we start class. Today class is in epidemiology, okay. Last in the previous classes, as we all know, in the epidemiology we are discussed regarding natural history of diseases, isn't it? And the same thing only we are going to be next concept in the same unit, that is levels of prevention, right? Levels of prevention. Let's we go. What do you mean by levels of prevention? How are we going to be prevent the diseases, isn't it? So how many levels we have? Previously we have 3 levels. How many levels? 3 levels. But the modern days, the concept of prevention has become broad based. So now we got 4 levels. What are those? First one is a primordial, then is a primary, third one is a secondary prevention, and the final one is a tertiary prevention. What are those? Primordial prevention, primary prevention, secondary prevention, and the tertiary prevention. Clear? Now we'll see one by one in detail. Okay. What do you mean by primordial prevention? See, is the first thing is a primordial prevention of the emergence or development of a risk factors in the countries or in the population in which they have not yet appeared. Means we have to prevent the risk factors. We have to prevent the risk factors which have not yet appeared previously. Clear? So we are taking the precaution. So for example, no, as we all know, we are at home. Why? Because all around corona is there, isn't it? What is corona? Corona is a kind of virus, isn't it? So we are taking prevention. How? We are staying at home, and all the mass media are telling wear the mask, keep the distance from the person. Clear? If you have any symptoms of any fever, please go and go to the hospital and let you know which infection you have. These all we are taking before occurrence of a diseases, isn't it? That we call primordial prevention, right? So that the suitable intervention for that interventions are the individual and mass education. The same thing only. All the mass medias are educating, not only the corona. All, for example, nowadays, hypertension, diabetic mellitus, cardiovascular disease are coming. Why? Because of our lifestyle. So one thing is we have to educate the people. Right. The second thing is we have to educate the people regarding the lifestyle modification. Is a very important. Okay, lifestyle modification means what? We have to eat the healthy food, avoiding the smoking and alcohol, doing proper physical exercises. These are the preliminary things we have to follow to prevent the diseases, upcoming diseases. Clear? No? So this is we call primordial prevention. Here main thing is a mass education and modification of the lifestyle. Clear? Understood? Okay, next we'll see primary prevention. Primary prevention means what? Action taken prior to the onset of disease, which removes the possibility that a disease ever occur. Okay, here we are taking the prior to the onset of diseases, we are taking some intervention, isn't it? Means In the previous class, we came to know that what do you mean by immunization schedule and all, isn't it? No, means we are asking the question. So we are taking BCG, we are taking hepatitis B vaccine. Why we are taking all the vaccines? Because the risk of the disease is more, right? So before coming the disease only, we are taking the vaccines. Why? To fight against some of the diseases, isn't it? No. So like that only, prior to the onset of a diseases, we are taking some preventive measures that we call primary prevention. So what are the interventions under the primary prevention? As I told before, that is immunization, sanitation. Sanitation means, what is the sanitation? Because through the poor sanitation, we'll get so many waterborne diseases and all, isn't it? Now, so we have to take a sanitation, proper sanitation and infection control. Okay, then the protection of food, milk and water supplies, environmental protection, and the protection against the occupational hazards and accidents. Means what? Protection against occupational hazards. In the industry worker, the people are working in the industries. They have to take a protection. Why? How? Using a PPE. What is a PPE? Personal protective equipment. They have to wear the mask, they have to wear the goggles, they have to wear the gloves. Why? To protect themselves, isn't it? And accidents. So all are telling like, this is our self-responsibility. We have to wear the helmet before riding, isn't it? We have to wear the seat belts, right? Why? To prevent the upcoming hazards, accidents, isn't it? So these all comes under the primary prevention. Means we have taken the action prior to the onset of the diseases that we call primary prevention. Understood, no? Okay. Next is a secondary prevention. What do you mean by secondary prevention? Action which halts the progress of a disease at its incipient stage and prevent the complication. Here, what happened? No, already disease it came. They are not at all taking the primordial prevention. They are not at all taking the primary prevention. Then what happened? It will come to the secondary. Is a pathogenic phase, isn't it? Pathogenic condition. In that level, what happened? Already disease is there. So what we had to do in that condition, we have to halt. We have to stop the progress of the diseases, as well as we have to stop the complications that we call secondary prevention. For example, if you have the fever, okay, if we have the fever, if you're not at all taking a proper care to the fever, that may lead to some of the complication. Like if you have the cough, okay, if you're not at all taking the treatment for the cough, it will exceed 7 days, 14 days. Then the doctors suspect you as a tuberculosis, maybe tuberculosis, isn't it? Either not tuberculosis, you may get upper respiratory tract infection, isn't it? So to stop that, if you are taking a preliminary precaution to the small fever, the cough, right? So we can avoid the further complication. Okay, means what? Which we have to halt the progress of the diseases and its incipient stage and prevent the complication. That is we call secondary prevention. Understood, no? So what are the interventions? First one is early diagnosis, means screening test. Second one is adequate treatment. We had to go for screening test, means blood checkup, urine checkup and all. We had to early diagnosis of the cases is very important. If we found the cases, we had to give a proper adequate treatment. Okay, this is we call secondary prevention. Okay, next we'll go tertiary prevention. What do you mean by tertiary prevention? When the disease process has advanced beyond its early stage. So what we have to do in that time? Also, tertiary prevention explains that all measures available to reduce or eliminate the impairments, okay, available by to reduce the or limit the impairments and disabilities and minimize the suffering caused by the existing departure from good health and promote the patient's adjustment to the irremediable condition. Means what? For example, if anyone have a diabetic mellitus, they are not at all taking any previous precaution. Even though after they get diabetic mellitus, they are not at all taking any treatment. What happened? What is one of the complication of a diabetic mellitus is a diabetic foot. isn't it? Once the patient get diabetic foot, still they don't take any treatment, one day they will undergo amputation. Amputation means what? Removal of the leg, isn't it? Once they will lose the leg, what happened? We can't do anything, isn't it? So in that condition, we have to apply this tertiary prevention. Tertiary prevention means we have to limit the disability. We have to make the patient to adjust present condition. Like we have to give some walkers, stretchers, isn't it? And under that, for example, if you are the patient, get a hearing loss, no, we have to give hearing aids. Clear? This all which comes under the tertiary prevention. Okay, we'll see what are the intervention here. See, medical rehabilitation, we have the occasional rehabilitation means means what? Job, occupational rehabilitation, no, depending upon the medical condition, we have to change their job or their work, that we call occasional rehabilitation. Then there's social rehabilitation, psychosocial rehabilitation. For example, you see, establishing the school for the blind people. Okay, because the school pattern is different for them, isn't it? Then provision of aids for the disabled people, like a wheelchair, stretchers, hearing aids, etc. Then reconstructive surgery in the leprosy. There are so many examples. Clear? This is we call tertiary prevention. Understood? So in the level of prevention, we have 4 levels: primordial, then primary, secondary, and the tertiary. Clear now? So under that, already we discussed in the classes, but it is have some more examples. Clear? I hope you all understood. Right, if you have any doubts, any clarification, you can do in the WhatsApp group, and each and every student have to be respond. You have to be take notes. In other two classes are there. In other 2 classes, we're going to be wind up the epidemiology. Then I'll give you one test. Clear? Okay, I hope you understood. Okay, take care. See you in the next class. Thank you.